All right, ladies. It's late. This is going to be quick and dirty, so to speak. Sorry if that's offensive. But here's how I do it. This is what works for me. Go to PixArt, hit edit. Whenever it decides to load, click this little backgrounds button right here. Whoops. Ignore that. I pick a white background, okay? I know you can't see what I'm clicking, but that's what it do. Click add photo. Add that beautiful baby. And you want to make her a little bigger. Then hit the crop button. Take off all the black if you can. Okay? This bottom needs a little more black. And this is going to be tricky. It's basically a practice. Okay? You're going to have to just practice. And the best advice that I have for you is to go to this Atlas group and practice. I'm going to start with the hardest part first. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I hit the stretch tool, and let me go back to normal size. You just start pulling, and wherever that outer rim of the circle is what it will pull down. So, for example, if you get all sloppy and get that jumper in there, it's going to pull that. But once you start getting what you need, it's just going to pull that. So you see how much area I'm getting from that. Again, still going to be tricky. You got to be careful because you don't want to distort things like that. The biggest issue with this photo is the white on the bottom. So I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to show you another little trick that I do when I just can't win with a photo. And I think it'll work on this one. And this is why I'm saying you need to get the black off. I did not do a very good job. I might go back and change it, but this gives you the essence of what I'm doing. Okay, so you just kind of pull that down enough so that, like, in your mind, you can see that it's going to be enough to make it a circle. And I'm not real happy with the pulled leaves right there. So again, you try to just get the little bit that you can. Little touches. And just pull that so that it doesn't look like you're totally, stretching the actual image. Although sometimes some really awesome photographers do blur on purpose. But especially since that has a horizon line in the back, you're going to want to kind of leave that alone as much as possible. Okay, then this is the trick that I have not seen anyone talk about. You go to Tools, hit Selection. When you do, you select an area of the photo that you want. Okay, that's not big enough. Hit this little back arrow up here next to the X. Let me get it a little bigger. And it's really kind of hard with your finger or my big fat thumb. So sometimes I have to do this like 12 times. Sometimes I work backwards. I'm going to try that. Then you hit copy. Then you hit paste. Then this little section can be moved wherever you want. So, we just got ourselves more white area. you can stretch it, but that kind of makes it look funny 90% of the time. So you want to kind of keep it whatever size it was in the first place. And if it's a really small area and you're working like in really tight spaces, kind of like this, it can get tricky. And like I said, I would do this better, frankly, and get that little gray in the corner off. That's irritating me. But for the sake of time, let's see what we can do. Hit click, okay, go back to tools, go back to stretch. Or you can go back to selection and make that work. Okay, then there's another trick that I like. See these swirls? Oh, see what they do? That was an example. The radius is too big. You just hit that back button. We're going to go back to stretching. Then, but what you can do to kind of get the bottom to look more like it makes a little sense, so to speak, so it doesn't look just pulled, okay? Hit the swirl. Hit it again. Decrease the size a lot. And then power, decrease that too. And then just put your thumb down and hold it for a minute. Put the power up so I can show you what it really do. And it creates swirls in your picture so that when you have a background like this, it's going to kind of put it together and make it look more natural, okay? Like that little corner now doesn't look so weird. You can also just move your thumb around, but it does work really well to just kind of swirl it up a bit. I kind of like it if it's not too obvious. But the other thing is, once you do that, click the checkbox. You can go back to stretch if you don't like that, this look here in the center, and you can pull it out, or, swirl it around or something, but at least it makes it look a little bit less like you had to work so hard to build in a bottom that wasn't originally there. Okay, so we're going to ignore that. The other thing I wanted to show you, click out of that, is that in tools, I believe there is, oh geez, hold on, sorry, now I'm tired, I can't think of it. There's a blur somewhere. Anyway, to be honest with you, no one's going to look that hard. Shape crop, pick your circle, squeeze it down, make it an actual circle, not an oval. Get it as close to the top as you can. Now, I don't know if she wants words, the baby's name, birth date, year, anything on the bottom there, but that white space in the bottom is perfect for putting the baby's name. I don't know what you guys do here. I always put it down to 0. Sorry about my screen. And then click save. And this little white arrow in the upper right that's not playing nice. Click save. Sorry about my screen. Click save again, and you're done. Hope that helps. Sorry it's so long.